I was riding my red gold wing on a bright Virginia day, cruising down the Blue Ridge Parkway, headed through Shenandoah way. The mountains stood like sentries, the sky was clear and blue, when two big bears came out of nowhere like mountain ghosts will do. Oh, thank God for mercy, thank God for grace, as I looked right at that bear and he looked right in my face. I wasn't sure what he decided, but I knew what I'd prefer. I'd keep the gold wing and he'd stay a bear. The first one crossed the roadway, never gave me one glance. He headed for the timber like he had important plans. But bear number two stopped short, and things got mighty weird. He stood up on his hind legs, and my courage disappeared. Oh, thank God for mercy, thank God for grace, as I looked right at that bear, and he looked right in my face. I wasn't sure what he decided, but I knew what I'd prefer. I'd keep the gold wing, and he'd stay a bear. He sniffed the mountain breezes, then sniffed around my way. I wondered if he'd had his lunch or skipped a meal that day. I sat there like a statue, didn't move a hand or toe. I figured any sudden motion might start a rodeo. Well, Daryl and Barbara Parks were riding right behind, probably wondering what old Larry had suddenly in mind. They saw me parked there nervous, staring at a furry blur, and probably prayed, Lord, don't let that bear decide, say, Blakesdale likes Larry better than her. The bear looked me all over, then turned without a word. He headed for the deep woods, the sweetest thing I'd heard. I fired up that gold wing, said, Lord, you've seen me through. Then I rolled on down that parkway with a story good and true. Oh, thank God for mercy, thank God for grace. That bear went to the forest and I won that little race. I've ridden that Blue Ridge Parkway from end to end times two, but the day that bear inspected me is a trip I still review. I've crossed the Blue Ridge twice, my friends, seen valleys, peaks, and sky, but the biggest sightseeing stop I made was looking a bear eye to eye and saying, Lord, if you can't help me, please don't help that bear. Amen.